Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we're diving into a major political update. Weeks after avoiding the spotlight at the White House, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer welcomed President Trump to her state, just as he delivered the federal funding she had been pushing for to expand an air base. Governor Whitmer is betting the photo op was worth it. Earlier this month, she visited the White House for a meeting with President Trump, where she was famously seen hiding her face from a New York Times photographer. That meeting, awkward as it was, had a serious goal: securing funding for the Selfridge Air National Guard base near Detroit. Fast forward to Tuesday, on his 100th day back in office, President Trump traveled to Michigan to announce exactly what Governor Whitmer had requested: the expansion of Selfridge. She greeted him when he landed, took another photo with him, and stood beside him briefly to thank him for delivering on the request. Whitmer said in an interview after the event, "The fact that we got it done, all the grief is worth it. The people of Michigan elected me twice because they know that whether it's threats or pundits ridiculing me for going to the White House, I'll always stand up for the people of Michigan." In Michigan, Whitmer and her allies see this expansion as a huge win, even if it came with personal or political embarrassment. According to documents shared with Michigan senators, the Department of Defense plans to station around 20 F-15EX fighter jets at Selfridge starting in 2028. That may sound like a small number compared to the 450 fighter jets in the Air National Guard, but most of those are aging models. The F-15EX is the latest upgrade in one of the U.S. military's most trusted fighter jet platforms. And the local impact is big. These jets bring not just pilots, but also jobs in security, maintenance, and logistics. Studies show that bases like Selfridge can boost a state's economy by more than $100 million. Whitmer called it a huge bipartisan win for Michigan, decades in the making, that will grow our economy and make our country safer. She thanked the president for partnering with her on this project and emphasized Michigan's role in the future of national defense. What's also clear is that Whitmer is becoming a key figure in a wing of the Democratic Party that's choosing to work with Trump rather than confront him. She's made deliberate efforts, handwritten letters, White House visits, phone calls, to build a working relationship with the president. And it's working. During Tuesday's remarks, President Trump praised Whitmer's advocacy. "That's the reason she came to see me," he said. To save Selfridge. Whitmer, standing beside Trump, didn't mention him by name but did express gratitude. "Thank you," she said, turning to him. "I'm so grateful that this announcement was made today, and I appreciate all the work." Meanwhile, other Democrats are taking a very different approach. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is calling for mass protests against Trump. Senators like Chris Murphy and Chris Van Hollen are actively opposing everything Trump does. But none of them have secured any major concessions. Whitmer has. She understands how Trump operates: he rewards those who work with him and ignores or punishes those who don't. While Trump's administration has targeted Chicago, Detroit has avoided that kind of attention. For Whitmer and Michigan Democrats, the Selfridge expansion is both an economic and political victory. The base is located in swing-voting Macomb County, a key battleground that has flipped between Democrats and Republicans in recent presidential elections. The base currently employs 5,000 people, and another 30,000 civilian jobs are tied to its operations. This isn't the first time Trump has used military resources to reward states. During his first term, he moved the U.S. Space Command headquarters to Huntsville, Alabama, a move that President Biden later reversed. Representative Mike Rogers of Alabama recently said he expects Trump to bring it back to Huntsville if re-elected. Governor Whitmer, who can't run for re-election due to term limits, will take credit for the Selfridge expansion. Whether Trump shares that credit, or if swing voters in Macomb County give Whitmer the recognition, remains to be seen. Other ambitious Democrats in Michigan aren't eager to weigh in. Of the 6 leading Democrats running for either governor or Senate in 2026, only 2, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson and Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, offered comments. Benson said, "If there's talk of good things happening for Michigan today, great. I'll believe it when I see it, when it actually happens and sticks." Dr. El-Sayed, now running for Senate, took a different stance. "What I'm focused on is standing up to this president, reminding him that he's elected, not a king and not a tyrant." Beyond Michigan, there's a bigger question. If Whitmer runs for president in 2028, how will this cooperation with Trump be received by Democratic voters? So far, no one has officially announced a 2028 campaign. But Whitmer seems to be keeping a lower profile than others, like Governor Pritzker, whose fiery speech in New Hampshire already earned him a Campaign 2028 label on C-SPAN. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.